Hey y'all, we are back with another episode of Unmuted, Georgia and Molly, and we are super excited to get started today. What have you been up to?
You know, working.
Yeah. I started Uber driving and I picked a guy up from prison yesterday.
What was he in for?
I guess it wasn't prison, it was jail. Yeah, it was jail because I live like right near the jail, so like I figured eventually I would get someone like when I would start my Uber that's leaving jail. And he was in for 5 days. He says he didn't do it. They don't really have proof that he did it, other than he was wearing clothes that look similar. For like stealing a Corvette or something. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Nothing major.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no big deal. Are you liking driving Uber?
I am. It's actually really fun. He was hilarious. So it's like, yeah, you meet some cool people. Other people don't want to talk, and that's fine. But yeah, so that was fun. I was like, how fun. I think I just only want to pick up people from the jail and just hear, like, it's crazy in there.
Did you ask him what he was in for, or did he openly tell you?
He openly started telling me. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna like pry. I don't, like you never know. So, but he was like, two people died this morning. It's like overcrowded. He said that there's like six people in one cell and people sleeping on the floor. Um, and it's freezing. And I was
What
like,
would you do if you picked up a guy who was like, I just got out for like murder?
well, I'd be like, well, luckily I'm not near prison. So like people that murder go to prison. Like,
Right, but if there's not enough evidence to hold somebody and they have a good attorney, they just go to jail to be booked first. And if
yeah,
there's not enough to move them to, you could pick up a possible murderer.
I'd be like, damn, how'd you do it? That's all I would say.
You're
That's what I said yesterday. I was like, damn, that sucks.
That's
What?
crazy.
You know? But yeah, so that was really entertaining. But
Wait, I have a better question. Who, if you went to jail, who's your phone call?
my therapist,
To be bailed out, that's your one phone call you get in jail is your therapist?
yeah, because my parents, most of the things that like I've like done that could get arrested, my parents say that they would let me stay for like at least a night. My therapist says that I have one get out of jail free card. So I'd call my therapist.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I'm really far from my parents. So, like, by the time my parents could even really get here, would be too long. I'd probably call my friend Lauren. She would bail me out in a heartbeat. She'd be like, I'm on.
Wait, you have to bail people out in person?
Yes. They have to show up. They have to sign for you the whole, they have to come get you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess I'd call my friend Jamie because yeah, like you, like nobody lives near me.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably call Lauren, but I mean, my parents would probably have to like somehow give her the money to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I would call her or my other friend Angela, maybe, but like,
Yeah, I've never like made my plan for jail. I've only made my plan if I like got booked in prison for like years. Um and my plan is to either go to the hottest girl, well like the hottest like big shot and just become her girlfriend so she protects me, or like go up to the like baddest meanest girl and bite her finger off like a carrot so that everyone just thinks I'm insane. I think I'm going to go with the first option because I don't feel like biting someone's finger off like a carrot.
I just pray I never go to prison.
Yeah,
That
me
would be,
too, but you never know. If anyone's going to go to prison out of both of us, it's going to be me.
as I say, I don't think there's much I can do in life to go to prison. I don't really do much. I don't do anything illegal these days.
Yeah, me either.
Anyways,
So the other day, someone commented and basically insinuated that you don't like me online.
why would they
On
say
one of
that?
my videos. And I was like, no, Molly loves Georgia. And he was like, no. And I was like, first off, we need to clear we were friends before this show started.
We can clear the air. I got Georgia on the show. I was like, you guys need to meet my friend Georgia. She loves college football. She's a huge Alabama fan, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, and she should come on the show. We're just like polar opposite personalities.
Yeah, but it's
I think
always worked.
yeah, I think that might be what he's saying. It's like, well, it might come off that way, but
Yeah.
that's not
And I was like,
because
that's so funny. No, that's just Molly. She just shakes her head at me and we go about the day. Um,
sometimes, I mean, if you don't listen, if you don't have anything nice to say, you just don't say it. If you don't agree, you don't have to talk about it. Like the things that come out of your mouth sometimes I'm like, mm-hmm.
but yes, we love each other. We used to live in Miami with each other. We currently live thousands of miles away from each other, which is sucks. Um, and so I think like long distance friendships, like I realized recently, like I have a lot of them and it's a bummer. But I think that when you like find people that you click with and like really love, you can't just like let distance ruin that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've done long distance everything. So
Yeah. You're
I wouldn't mention all of them, but I would definitely say long distance friendships are for the win. And I think it makes it more exciting to like see your friends from across the world, or like something really exciting has to happen to bring you together, almost like somebody's wedding or somebody's funeral. You never know. Um, yeah, it really brings long distance friends together.
it's gonna be really fun when I die and you get to come to my funeral.
Who said you're dying first?
Statistically, like you're so healthy, like you're probably gonna live to 100. I'm probably gonna live to like 65.
Don't say that. That's so young.
That's true. That's really young.
Yeah.
80. But
Okay.
here's the thing, I don't wanna
I
live long.
I had read 40 today. I could be on a bad track. I could be on a really bad track these
I
days.
don't even know what Red 40 is.
I had a kid's packet of Gushers from a Halloween packet. That's what when I think of processed food, the first thing that comes to mind is Gushers. And I won't lie, they weren't as good as they were when I was a kid. So I wouldn't like want to open another pack of them. I think it yeah, it was just in the pack and I was hungry and I was leaving the grocery store and I didn't want to like buy the whole grocery store. So I was like, oh, I'll just eat these gushers that are in my car from like a Halloween pack that I got at a church. So
I
um,
haven't had Gushers in forever, but now I want some.
I give them out. I started leading these high school kids at a local high school here. I go once a week and I take a group of kids pizza for their lunch. And we like talk about the Bible and all sorts of stuff. But I give them, I buy a fun size pack of gushers at Costco. And
Okay.
yeah, I give them gushers when they answer trivia and stuff like that. So, but I don't eat that stuff. But I am on I could, you never know. Now I've had a single thing of Red 40 and processed sugar and blue dyes and orange dyes and yellow. I think it's like
Well, there
yellow.
you go. It just took 10 years off your life.
That one packet really sent me down. And I started eating sourdough, which
Mm.
I haven't had gluten in almost 4 years, and so, yeah, I started eating sourdough from the farmer's market recently.
How is it? How's your tummy?
Same.
Like same bad or same good?
No, same, fine, I feel great. Yeah, I don't feel sluggish when I eat it, I feel pretty good. Um, but I think it's like it's a, einkorn base, so it's like an ancient grain, so I think it's, like, better for you.
An ancient grain?
Yeah, it's like a biblical grain, like, einkorn's mentioned in the Bible, it's an ancient.
Okay, okay. I'm like, what the heck is an ancient grain?
There's
Um,
one that's named red something too. That's another ancient one.
non
That's just I mean, that's a type of flour, or it's a type of bread that's made
the
from
plain
flour.
or
What
non?
kind of flour are they using to make the naan?
Mm. I don't know, but I love that stuff. Do you remember when we both used to live in Miami. Do you remember when we worked at the Jewish bakery and how crazy people would go for the challah bread?
And the sourdough, like, they loved and the bagels, the sourdough bagels they
Yeah.
love.
I mean, everything was good, but, like, I think of that challah bread all the time, and the baklava.
The cinnamon raisin challah bread was my favorite challah out of all of them, and then they also had a, olive and za'atar sourdough that was really yummy.
Yes.
And then I think often about those almond fudge cookies.
I think often about the orange juice. I mean, you just can't beat Florida orange juice.
Or the lemonade, like, the lemonade was good. Everything at that bakery was good.
It's so
The
good.
kale Caesar salad was yummy, the tomato bisque soup, the lentil soup, the salmon bacon, I mean, that stuff was amazing.
Yeah, if you are in Miami, go to Zach the Baker's. I don't. Last time I went, the menu had changed a little bit, but they were still like really good. They got rid of the kale Caesar though. And
No.
that's literally one of the reasons I went there. And I was like,
Before you worked there, I got her a job there too, that's crazy.
we always
Before
get jobs.
before you worked there, I remember we went to the beach and I brought 2 salads that were just, like, left over from the end of the day and they were gonna throw them out, and I was like, "I'll take both of those because 'cause I'm going to the beach." And, it was, like, the greens salad and then there was the kale Caesar, and I remember sitting down. I liked both of them. I did not, because that the almond dressing,
Mm,
the was it Kirschna?
Krishna.
Krishna dressing.
Yeah,
People would, like, drink that stuff, it was so good.
it's
But that one had that, and then the kale Caesar was obviously Caesar, and I remember you being like, "I want the Caesar salad," and then you were eating it, and you're like, "This is the best salad I think I've ever had," as we, like, sat on the beach at nighttime.
yeah.
I do miss nighttime beach days
Me too.
in Florida because they were warm.
Mhm.
Here in California, as soon as the sun goes down, it is so cold on the beach, even in the summertime. I don't enjoy sitting on the beach at night here.
Should we move back to Miami?
Hmm. I think I'm in California for the rest of my life, but
That's okay. I'll just come to California.
I mean, I would definitely come visit Miami very often if more people lived there.
Yes. I'll be back there eventually. Like, I don't think my Miami life is done yet.
Mm.
Like, I think there's still something left in Miami for me, like maybe a rich sugar daddy.
Or a husband,
Yeah, maybe.
or like a church family.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, community, a job, like a really good one.
Oh, the other day I was talking about how, like, I hate when I tell people that, like, "Oh, I wish I could just, like, lay on the beach and someone would just give me money and I could just go shopping and travel." And they're like, "Well, why don't you become, like, a stay-at-home wife?" And I'm like, "That's not what I'm talking about. I don't want there to be a husband giving me money. I just want someone I wish I was a stay-at-home daughter that my dad just gave me money and I got to do whatever I wanted. I don't understand why my father is not like Mr. Hilton and just I could just do it. Why am I not Paris Hilton?
Every time I'm having a bad day, I call my parents. I'm like, "You don't have to keep hiding the trust fund." Like, I'm humbled. We can just be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why like my parents haven't tapped in to give me millions of dollars every year, but I'm ready for it.
I would enjoy money. I mean, I don't know, know, because 'cause I'm pretty content in whatever season I'm in, I won't lie, like, money, no money, like, I feel like I'm always like, I don't like, my personality almost doesn't change with money, like, if I've had a really good season, like, last quarter 4 was great financially for me, and I still wasn't going crazy.
Yeah.
But then, quarter 2 this year was really slow, and I remember, like, just being like, "Same." I still shop at Costco, I still shop at Aldi, I still
I don't think like my shopping or like my home would change. I think it's just travel.
I won't lie, my groceries would change. I think if I had, like, an unlimited budget for groceries, I probably would. I mean, it sucks, I would definitely want to spend hundreds of dollars at the farmer's market. I watched a mom and her, like, stroller with her baby at the farmer's market a few weeks ago, and the woman literally dropped $300 on, like, mediocre a week's worth of groceries, not really. I'm like, "Dude." I feel like I'm splurging when I go to Sprouts or Whole Foods, like, I'm like, "Oh, wow," like, I'm or even Erewhon, like, Erewhon too, I'm like, Yeah, I have Erewhon money this week. I can go get a smoothie and like some sushi and pick up a couple items that I need for the house.
Girl, I don't even have Publix money. I walk in there and I'm like, I'm walking out.
Publix is expensive.
Yeah. I was scrolling through Reddit, and I know a lot of people do these where they read the Am I the Asshole Reddits, but this one was just so crazy that I just had to read it to you. Oh, goodness gracious. Branch Loans says, Am I the asshole for saying my wife wasn't my dream girl in a trivia game? So my wife and I have been doing game night every so often with some other couples via Zoom since we can't go out and see people lately. Oh, this
During
is
COVID.
crazy. Yeah, during COVID. I don't know why it popped up on my feed, but we were basically playing this card game the other night that was basically a trivia game for couples to play, and you are to ask questions and you write down your answer and your partner has to guess what they think you answered. So some of the questions in this version were a little spicy, and one of the questions was, who is your dream man or woman to have sex with? I wrote down my spin instructor since my wife knows I think she's hot and thought she'd guess her and we get a point. Fuck me. Turns out every other husband either wrote down their wife or a celebrity fictional character. My wife was livid and upset, and I tried to explain to her I didn't actually want to do anything with my instructor, and I would never even briefly consider being unfaithful. It was just me trying to play the game. She doesn't believe me, saying everyone else's instinct was women who didn't exist, or better yet, their wives. I feel really bad, but also confused. I don't know how to deal with this. Is she overreacting, or am I the asshole? You're the asshole, dumbass.
I would definitely be mad.
I'd be so mad.
I also don't think like in a marriage you should even allow conversations of like I think it's fine to be like, "Oh, that celebrity or that person's really attractive," but I don't like the hall pass type conversations always really bugs me because like what if? Like what if you did get the opportunity to go hook up with Giselle Bundchen? Like that would like actually bother me. I don't like even like the conversation of that because like, I think love is a choice, marriage is a choice. You choose to show up, you choose to be faithful, and you choose to love and honor your spouse. And I think um yeah, couples like that, I would have been pissed. I think he is an asshole for that,
Yeah,
especially in front of all their friends.
yeah, and I'm like, "Are you an idiot?" Because who thinks to put like, what man I'm sorry. I think that men are usually stupid, and they do stupid things, but if every other man was smart enough to put down a celebrity, a fake person, or their wife, then you are just so dumb, because why? Why? That's the dumbest thing ever, and I think it just goes into also, I don't know if you've seen, but Justin Bieber has been doing, like, Twitch lives, and he was talking recently about how, like, cheating starts in the brain. He's like, "I'm not gonna" like, he's like, "If I lust after another woman that's not my wife, that's cheating," and people are like, "Oh, that's so crazy." No. Why are you like you said, yes, I think it's sometimes silly, like, "Oh, the celebrity's so cute." Like, I have tons of celebrity crushes, but yeah, the hall pass thing, because what if I do? What if I'm really on a mission to meet Childish Gambino and I'm married and he's my hall pass? So,
I don't know. I mean, I think it also just goes back to your foundation of like what you believe in at your core, like what is your sturdy foundation? Because I think, if it's money, greed, sex, power, like yeah, hall passes are great. If it's anything of higher power value, then it's probably not going to be those things. And I I'm not married, and I know I'm assuming and I am preparing for the future of like marriage is really hard because you don't like marry the same person that you're going to be married to in 10 years because like obviously people just with evolution like things are just changing all the time and seasons change and you never know what you're going to encounter, but like once again I think that's why it's hard is because you're always changing, things are always evolving, and I think once again it's a choice. And so yeah, if I was sitting there and my husband it's the same notion that, like, you're not a prize, you know? It's like, as a woman, I would be offended and like, wow,
And how no, you're never going to that spin class again.
like, I didn't realize it was that. Yeah, you can say and I'm very pro, like, I want men to compliment women. Like, I have married friends that their husbands are like, "Of course, Molly does this," or, whatever. Like, she's beautiful," or like they'll even like hype me up to like date other people. They're like, "No, no, no, like you could totally shoot your shot with that guy because like you're in the same bracket." And it's really nice normally. But never is it hitting on me, trying to so I think it's one thing I want, like, my future husband to acknowledge that there are beautiful women, like, you can do that. That's not like, "Oh, wow, babe, my spin instructor, she's gorgeous. Like, I don't know where she came from. She's, like, alien pretty," whatever. Moving on.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into detail.
Well, then it goes like, should you only date your dream type? So, like the ideal person in your head. Because I know people who have married people that are not their dream type and then later complain about them not looking like they want their dream type to.
But I feel like those relationships work better most of the time. Like, haven't you noticed that? Like, when people are like, "Yeah, he totally was never my type, but now we're, like, happily married with a bunch of kids," and, like, I couldn't even imagine doing life with a guy that looked like this, but it's the best.
Yeah. I don't know because then I get in my head even recently with dating of like, I've dated my dream type and it didn't work out. But now in my head, I'm like, but I can bag someone that is my dream type. So if I'm dating someone who's not my dream type, am I always going to be in my head thinking,
Yeah, and your dream type was an asshole, so there's that too. Yikes. Do we wanna date dream types physically that are not kind to us?
that's the thing is that I date physically and that's bad. I know it's bad. Like even my therapist was like, maybe stop going after guys just because they look how you want them to. And I'm like,
You know what's crazy is this adventurous year of being single, I've learned I have no type.
I
I cannot picture my future husband. Like, in my brain, when I think about what he does, because I used to be able to say, "My husband is gonna be really successful. He's gonna be a businessman, a doctor, an attorney." Like I could imagine myself being a wife to somebody like that. And then now I'm like, I don't even know what they would do for a living or what they look like.
well, I always say that I don't have a type just because I will date. Like I find multiple types attractive, but there's like one that find the most attractive. But I talked a little bit about this. My brain has created a lot of men in my dreams. Um, and they're all different. They don't have a name. Like I never say their name in my dream, but they all look different. A new one came up last night. A new man in my dreams. But yeah, like they're completely different, but my brain has created them and it's like how do I mush them all together? Because then people are like, "Oh, don't settle." And I'm like they're like, "Oh, you're going to get exactly what you want." Do you get exactly what you want?
Um, I've also surrendered the idea of I'm not looking for what I want. Like I want what God wants. So if I want a man to look a certain way and to make a certain amount of money and be super accomplished and also be all these other things, like I can have maybe an idea of it, but like it doesn't work. Like I would rather just like take, and I think you just know. I think when you know, you know.
I hate that saying. Goodness
Sorry.
this. Lana Del Rey's "Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard" album. That is like one of the main lyrics throughout the album is "When you know, you know." Shut up. I don't know. Okay. I don't know.
I I think you do. I think I think there's so much peace and so much stability in it that you're like, okay, this is it. I don't think it's like a wow, this is my soulmate feeling versus I think it's like there's peace and stability and there's never a question involved. That's
Maybe.
what I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
Trust.
We
I'm not
don't know.
married. So,
We're just single bitches out here. We don't know shit.
yeah.
Let us know what you know. When did you know that your partner was your partner? Like, did you know immediately? Did it take you a few dates? Did it take you months? Did it take you years?
And do
Like,
you have a hall pass?
do you have a hall pass? And if you have a hall pass, who is your hall pass? Because I could start making a list. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining the unmuted break from sports and watch our other episodes keeping up with college football. Bye.